Hello, and welcome to another video. Today, like I promised, we were gonna do some crafts from Dollar Tree. And guess what we're gonna do today? Some crafts from Dollar Tree. So all of the items I have shown in my haul that I played a couple weeks back, but I have taken the liberty of doing all the things that take a long time, like painting. So really today we're going to be doing a lot of assembling more than we are, painting and cutting and all that fun stuff. So join me and let's craft. Yay! For our first craft, we are going to be assembling these little characters to these little plaques. So I did stain them with the Dollar Tree wood stain that I did tell you about in my haul. So this is the wood stain. However, I ended up painting it on because I'm not a huge wood stain user, so I didn't really know how to use it properly. And then when I did learn how to use it properly, I just didn't like the color. And I will insert a little clip of what it looked like with the wood stain. All right, so I did buy specific shapes for each of the animals, but I'm not really sure which one was which. So I did buy these. I thought about these little doohickeys after the fact, but I know there's like little things that you can put on the back of wood things in order to make them be able to hang on the wall. Ooh, that's hard. That's very hard. Let me get some tools. Okay, what do I want to use? So, lots of people might recognize this, but if you're a florist, you recognize it. So basically what I'm trying to do right now safely is to remove the blue ball. And honestly, I don't think that's gonna be a thing that happens because these seem pretty well intact on there, and I'm not trying to get stabbed and I'm not trying to lose a nail or a finger. So for today, we're just gonna skip that step. And what we're gonna have to do is live without something on the back. Oh, how nicely I painted the back. We'll have to live with something not on the back until I can get those other little things that I told you about. And I think you only glue them on. You might drill them on, but as long as the nail doesn't go all the way through, or the screw. So basically I'm just gonna map out which animals I want on which. And then we will go from there. And I think, yeah. I think that's what I like. So I just busted out some tacky glue. I did bust out some wood glue because that's what I was gonna glue the little thing on the back with, but as we've learned right now, that's not what's gonna happen. I did buy some super glue, but I don't know where it is, but I don't think this would be the best for this craft. And then I do have some hot glue, but it's in the closet and it's very far up and I just did not feel like digging it out right now. So I'm just gonna hope that this works. Of course it's, stopped up. Let me see if I have anything that will unstop it. Did it open it up? Nope. I need like I don't know what I need. I don't know what I need, but I need it. Sometimes, I wish it was a little easier. But, I guess that's what makes it fun, right? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know what I'm doing. Let me get a little poker. Well, to be completely honest, I didn't find a poker. So we're just gonna freehand it and hope for the best. So basically I'm just gonna apply some of this tacky glue. Let me make sure it's, you know, not pouring out like an avalanche, to the part of the scorpion that lays on the wood. And I want to do a generous amount just to make sure it, you know, stays. Okay. Generous amount. Wood. And you know what? I'm just hoping for the best. Some of you on here might be, you know, looking at me knowing this is gonna work or it's not gonna work because you work with paint or whatnot. The bee, this guy is a little, he just has his butt on there. So I guess I'm gonna have to do the butt and then some legs. What legs? Yeah, I might have to do the legs. Yeah, I'll do the legs right here. These little guys. Come on, little buddy. There we go. One leg, two legs, and now butt. Let's get that butt. Remember in Nemo when the fish were like, I touched the butt? They were talking about the boat, but they said the butt. And then I'm like, I don't really want to wipe it off because I want to make sure that sticks. And I'm not really, I mean, I've kind of mapped it out a little bit in my head, what I'm looking for when I bought all this stuff. So that's why I'm not really like looking too hard in it, but I'm just trying the best to have it centered to the best of my ability. To the upper body right here. Come on, glue. All right, there we go. It's a lot of glue. A lot of glue. The more the better, right? There we go. Now he's on there. Okay. So leave our little bee friend alone. Then we're gonna do the beetle from the Jungle Book. Remember? That was such a sad scene. They played that during a sermon recently, the scene where Mufasa dies and how Scar lies to Simba, and they used it like as a picture of how the enemy lies to us and like tells us it's our fault and stuff. It was so sad though, because they played the scene. I'm not really crying. I know it sounded like I was, but I'm not. But I am very sensitive when it comes to animal deaths in like movies and stuff. Like yesterday we watched the movie The Last House. It's all right. I mean, it wasn't horrible. But so I'm just gonna set these guys off to the side to dry, and then while they dry, we'll work on another craft. Yeah, like I said, it wasn't horrible, but I don't even know what I was gonna say, to be honest. What was I gonna say? Let me get water. Let me get some water. Maybe that'll clear my mind. What was I even gonna say? Oh, they had a dog, right? And the dog was old and it was taking heart medicine. And in that movie, the houses lock and no one can get out of the houses. So when he ran out of his pills, I just kind of already knew something was gonna go down. And so I had to Google it. And then I found out that the dog does in fact die. And so I had to fast forward through that scene. So, spoiler alert, the dog dies. I'm not gonna tell you how the dog dies, but the dog dies. And so if you need to fast forward through that scene, you'll know when it's gonna happen. But anyways, so I pre-cut all of these flowers and I'll show you guys videos of the flowers right now. So you guys can see, these are the anthuriums that I bought. They're like a black with a dusty purple. And then I did buy 2 bunches. I didn't know that. of just the all black interns. I thought I had only bought one. But anyways, I cut them shorter just so it was easier to work with, and I kind of cut the stems long for the most of them just in case I need to leave or use any of like the leaves. All right, so this was a green foam ball. Now it is a black foam ball, blackish greenish, okay? I just painted it black only because if you do see in the middle, I don't want there to be a green foam. I want there to be a black foam. So pretty much the whole thing we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be covering this whole ball. So it's gonna be like a flower ball. And then somehow, some way, we're gonna incorporate this guy like coming up out of it. So they did all come with this little black leaf. So I am going to decide whether I want to, you know, keep the little black leaves and intertwine them in between, because I started thinking about this last night. Now I have glue on my nail and it's bugging me. I started thinking about this craft last night, and it was kind of like mind-boggling me how I was gonna, you know, put the flowers together on it without it looking just like a big mess or losing its, you know, coolness as a ball. I don't know. But so, I mean, I guess we're just gonna have to start somewhere, right? So I don't know how long I want these either, because they cannot intertwine within, because it'll just get all clustery and then it won't let you work. Okay, so one flower in. Okay, everyone like it? So we're just gonna kind of repeat that process like, you know, 20 million times to cover this whole ball. And I'm just gonna kind of play with the layering and see what I want to do. I mean, I had a general idea, but then in my mind, these weren't as big as they are. So that was kind of cool. Some lady one time, I was in a store resetting a plant bar, and that just means merchandising a plant bar with the job that I do. And this lady came in and called these dirty boys, and I was like, why do you call them dirty boys? And she literally acted like I was the stupidest human being on the whole earth. But I mean, if you look at it, you know. So anyways, I looked it up on Google because, like I said, I was too stupid for her to be able to explain it to me. I don't know if I want to do that. I put that one upside down. I don't know. We're just playing with it. We're seeing what's going on. I'm just kind of going in a line right now to see how I feel about it, okay? That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna adjust as we need to, when we need to. But yeah, so. I do like anthuriums though, they're very hardy plants. They don't normally come, well, I've never seen them in this color really. I've seen like a chocolate brown, but that's pretty much the closest to black I've ever seen. And I haven't seen purple that I can remember. But these are definitely more of a moody vibe. That's what I realize I like. I like moody vibes. Moody. All right. So let me see what's going on here if I want to incorporate these little guys. Right now it's kind of reminding me of like the ball from Harry Potter. I don't know why. The Quidditch or whatever it's called. I don't know. I don't know Harry Potter. I just live here, you know? But I'm thinking maybe I'll just leave those stems long so I can trim them later. Okay. And maybe I shouldn't be doing this already, but you know what? I am, so we'll learn as we go, right? So I'm just gonna apply all these. I won't bore you with the amount of time it takes me to do all this, so I'll just fast forward through this part. So this is what we currently have sitting as the centerpiece of our like dresser right underneath our TV in the living room. So this is what we currently have. That's where the inspiration came. So obviously, you know, Halloween's not white. Halloween is black, you know, not always, but that's the colors I like of Halloween, okay? So I wanted to create something to, you know, be ideal for the holiday. So then I saw this hand and I thought, oh my gosh, I have to have that hand. There was black, purple, and I don't know what the third color was. There's another color though, that's for sure. Maybe I shouldn't cut it. So I'm basically just gonna drop this guy down in there. And that, folks, is how the cookie crumbled. So now we are gonna do our third. I am gonna be using Mod Podge. I've never actually used Mod Podge in a way that I liked the outcome. I always felt like I could see streaks, so I'm just gonna hope that my ideas for these, you know, are good. Good ideas, good fruitful ideas. So basically what I'm gonna be doing is taking off this middle piece and putting this in there. So in case that didn't happen, I did buy this, but I do not like the white border of this picture frame. So we will have to see if I can take that off so I can paint it. I wanna paint it gold. My whole collection is, no, I don't know that I want to paint it gold. I might want to paint it black. My whole collection is like black and golds and probably other colors that I'm not remembering right now. So when I show you the video of it, you're going to be like, Sarah, I thought you said it was only black and gold. And I told, you know, that's how I remember it. But it could be totally different. What if it isn't black and gold? Only. All right. Oh, yay. I can take it off. All right, cool. So I'm gonna paint this little guy. And then my husband, I did buy him this. Let me see if it works. I mean, it's kind of like a dauber, but I'm hoping it just will let us paint it. So it's easy paint, you know? It's like a paint marker. But, you know, he doesn't need it. I've been literally using all the black paint in the house on these projects, which is hilarious. I never realized how frugal I was with paint. Like I never felt like I needed to use a lot, but you kind of do. Like especially on those, the First Craft, what are they? The gold things. I don't know what they're called. It's blinking. Can you tell it's been a long day at work? My brain has had to think a lot today. And I'm kind of just, you know, it's the end of the day. Just relaxing, doing some, you know, crafts with my friends. And can't think straight. In a minute, these, whatever these gold things are, that's like 8 layers of paint right there. And then the scorpion itself is probably like 4. Hey, that glue's holding pretty good. Did you see how I just held them up for the camera? I'm just kind of trying to add a lot of layers. This is kind of like an oversized Sharpie, really. if you think about it. All right, so let me put him off to the side and then I will open the other picture frame. All right. Oh, so there's different sides. Let me paint one. Let me see how I like it. I'm not liking it already. I don't know if I want to do that. I guess there's a shiny side and a paper side, like a shiny and a matte. So we're just gonna stick to the matte because I don't like that extra layering stuff. Is literally try to figure this out. So my thought is the bigger print. I couldn't find a frame. Remember I said couldn't find a frame big enough. So these canvases seem to be somewhat of the right size. So I'm hoping I can affix it, Mod Podge it, you know, do something, I don't know. But my thought, and hopefully I'm right, because I literally only bought exactly what I need, is to take the canvas. I don't know if the canvas even has, I don't know what to do. I just want these pictures. That's all I want. I thought originally they had like wood in them, but now that I'm doing it, you know what? I'm gonna just venture into it and see. And if I have to buy another pair, I have to buy another pair. It's not that big of a deal, Sarah. I'm like, dang. See, here I am again. Not having the right tools. Not having the right tools kind of sucks. Okay, let's see what lies yonder. What lies underneath? I want to move my dragonfly out of the way because I don't want him damaged. Okay, so from what I'm seeing, there is a board. I'm like, so you know what? I'm just gonna keep working at it. All right, so I don't know how I want to do this, guys. Maybe I should practice on the bird. Let me practice on the bird one to see which Mod Podge I like, because I do have matte and I have gloss, and I don't know which one I like better because one is streaky and one is not. So let's see. I'm like, whenever I see, you know, crafters, oh, that's a lot. Whenever I see crafters, you know, do their thing online, I'm always so jelly because their stuff always dries perfect and mine doesn't. Okay, so I'm gonna get two. Mine's all streaky. I don't know what the streakiness is about. Let me get two toothbrushes, two paintbrushes, and let's go over some birds with some paintbrushes. Okay, so I'm gonna do the blue ones with the gloss, and then I'm gonna do the green ones over here with the matte, and we'll see which one we like better. And by we, I mean me, because you don't have to live with this art in your house every day. And just put a generous amount on there, and then, you know, figure out where you want to put your paintbrush. Okay, now we're doing matte on the green birds. Okay. And then my husband recently got gifted a little fan. So I'm gonna go grab that guy. We're gonna dry these little guys. All right, so far, I mean, the mat is a lot thicker. Or maybe I just put a thicker coat on it. I don't know. Let's see. I honestly feel like I'm liking not the matte right now. I feel like I'm liking the gloss a lot. Imagine I got them like mixed up and I put the gloss for the matte and the matte with the gloss. That would be hilarious. I think I did. I think I messed up. Silly me. Yeah, because this is very matte, which I really like. I like the matte. Isn't it funny how my mind changed? I just like the ones that were closer to me. Oh yeah, the glass, you can see the paint line so crazy. Let me hold it up for you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. So matte and gloss. So what I'm gonna do is I'm pretty much going to put the matte all over this guy. Yep. So for zero rhyme or reason, I'm gonna take the gloss one because I see these crafts all the time with the Mod Podge. And I'm going to just apply it all over, and then I'm gonna, you know, spread it, and that's how I'm gonna glue it. So let me pick up the glue that was on the little other thing I had, and then I'm just gonna plop it all on it. Really quickly, I'm going to align it to this frame, or, you know, wood cardboard thingamabob, and then just pat it down. Maybe I should put the other one on top of it so it kind of holds it down, because the edges are what I'm worried about. And then just, you know, let it hang out, let it do its thing. Put this off to the side. And then I want to focus back on this guy. Okay. I'm gonna take a little bit of this glue that I forgot is closed. Well, you know what? I'm gonna have to do this then. Let me get another paintbrush. And I'm just gonna dab it on the corners just to kind of hold it in place. Make sure that it stays. Make sure that it stays with us, you know? Pop that bubble, okay? Generous amount. Just want to make sure, you know, it stays there. Like I literally just said. How many times do I have to say it for me to know that you guys got it? And you know, this might be, I just kind of have to map it out, I guess, because that's how I roll. So boom, 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 okay? And then I'm just gonna put the little, oh, see? The frame, it broke. But you know what? We have wood glue, so it's okay. Woo! All right, so let's see how it looks. What I'll do in the meantime, ooh, see how it looks? I don't like that. Okay. I'm just gonna put it together and then set it off to the side to dry. See where the day takes me. Okay. I'm like, where was the other? There it is. Okay. Then I'll just put this guy on. Carefully. Carefully. Okay. Good. And then I will set him off to the side to just do his little thing. All right, now for the grand finale. So doing that was great, but I'm kind of wondering if there was even a reason I had to take the white off. There was, I mean, maybe it'll stick better, I don't know, but I'm gonna try this one. Same thing, I'm gonna go over it, but I'm gonna just apply it right onto the white. So, like I said, we're just gonna paint directly on this white canvas because I don't know that it makes a difference. Plus, that was kind of hard to take off of the other one. If you didn't see the struggle was real. And you know, if it makes a difference, I'll learn. But maybe I'm a little impatient, I don't know. I am pretty impatient, actually. All right, so we're gonna just do the same exact thing. Oh. Whoops. I spilled some. I did the wrong brush, didn't I? But you know what? Oh well. All that matters is it's spread all over. Just gonna take this one, align it on there, or just, you know, let it fall and hope that it's good.